don't give in. Yeah. Miles and miles you will have been.
Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here, and I'm at Bilderston, yes, in the Suffolk countryside, and I am at Bilderston Church, and you won't believe, look, there's blossom on the trees already, and we're in the first month of the year. Unbelievable. But this is Bilderston Church. It's about a quarter of a mile outside the village. Beautiful church. You can see the steeple doesn't match the church, so I should imagine in the past the steeple must have been unstable and had to be taken down or collapsed or something like that, and that monstrosity was put on top there. But hey, you know, it is what it is. But it's a beautiful church, and it's called St Mary's. Like I said, it's about a quarter of a mile out. There's a lot of walkers about today, but I just thought I'd show you this beautiful old place. Got a really old graveyard stretching round the back there. Really quite creepy actually. Could be a good spot for me and Amy to do a little bit of dowsing and whatever, and see if we can find if there's any spirits around. It's another one on our list, I think, for the spring. But there you go. Right, let's get on with the ride. Right, like I say, there's quite an old graveyard round the side there. Creepy old gates. Yeah. Right, let's make our way back to Bilderston. We've had loads and loads of rain, so everywhere's wet. As you can see, it's very oldie world. Yeah, some very old houses and some modern stuff. Come up to the village square here now. I should imagine that was a clock tower at one time. There's no clock in it this side anyway. But this is the village square. Got the Bilderston village stores over there. At least they've got one. Right. Let's make our way back home. There's Bilderston. As you can see, it's very old. Like a lot of stuff around this way, you know, Lavenham and Kersey and all these sorts of places. Well, I haven't done a vlog for a couple of weeks, and I thought I'd have a little couple of hours on the bike today. It's 10 degrees and very grey. Very grey. Oh, there's a sign for Ipswich. This is all modern, that's all being built up, and like every village in Suffolk all gets built over and whatever. But that was the main part anyway. So, I've got no structure at all for a vlog. I think I'm going to make one off the top of my head like I usually do. Yeah, I had a bit of a problem with this bike the other day. I was out on it, I think it was Tuesday, and I came home and my brakes were screaming like a bloody girl. Screaming like a girl. I thought, oh my God, don't say I've got to have new bloody brake shoes. So when I had a look, I thought, no, they're only halfway down, there's plenty of life left in them. So it was a case of stripping them off, stripping the brakes down, and the problem was, when I got the pads out, behind the pads and the pulleys, I call them pulleys, plungers, whatever you want to call them. There was a salt mine. Yes, all the salt off the road had got in behind the pads, and they were like salted up. So I had to clean everything, top to bottom, reassemble, put them back, both sides, and now they're absolutely fantastic. So if you get that on your bike, you know, especially in this country where they use a lot of salt on the road, don't worry, it's not going to be your brakes are going to be worn out. It's probably salt and crud behind your pads. So that's something to look at. It's not a big job to do. You know, it takes a matter of half an hour to do one side and the other. Job's a good one, as they say. So they'll be absolutely fine. I think when I used to ride my ZZR all the time around the place in the winter, I had none of that trouble. But I've had it twice on this bike now, last year and this year, and I think maybe because this bike is more hybrid than the ZZR, and it doesn't seem to matter, but this one, for some reason, is picky. So ABS brakes on here as well, where the ZZR hasn't. So yeah, so something to think about if you get squeaky brakes. It could be a build up of crud and salt. There was enough salt in there to start a salt mine, trust me. But but all done now. Year ahead? Yes, a year ahead. I know me and Amy are going to do a few more ghosty things. This guy's got quite a speed on. Don't want to overtake him on the corner. Hey, he's doing good 30 mile an hour. Yeah, he was doing a good 30 odd mile an hour there on that thing, down this old road. And he's right behind me. I'm getting chased by a bike. Not there, he's not. Oh, a little bit of news. Next Saturday, yes, the Saturday coming, I am doing a demonstration of clairvoyance to 110 sold-out crowd at a hall in Ipswich. Well, actually in the hall that I run, but it's not done through me. Somebody asked if they could do it for charity for a young girl who's only 2 years old and has cancer, and she's just gone through an 8-hour operation successfully, and now she's got all the rest of the stuff they have to do to her over the next year or so, I suppose. So we're trying to raise £1,000, which we have already, so her family can have some money, because they're going to be running around all over the place. It's going to be very expensive running the little girl around from hospitals and treatments and stuff. And yeah, so we've raised over £1,000. It could be up to 2,000 if things work out right. 110 tickets sold in 1 week. So I must have some sort of pulling power. I must do. So yeah, brought me sort of out of retirement again. I was asked to do this. I was directly approached for it. So I couldn't say no. Couldn't say no, so I've took the challenge, and next Saturday I've got a full crowd of 110 people, and I'm going to do a clairvoyant night for a little girl who's got cancer, 2 years old, so we can raise that money. Yeah, so that's the news really. Not a lot else I can say. If I think of something, I'll say it on later on the way home. So with that, all ride safe, love each other, Suffolk Andy.